What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, I'm King, back at you with another video, and today's topic is going to be fear is holding you back. So, I'm going to tell you a story that will help you understand, like, fear and how it can hold you back, and, like, what's at the other end of conquering your fear. So, a few years ago, I had the opportunity to go skydiving. Now, I'm not scared of heights. I'm not. But I am kind of I'm the thought of jumping out of a plane is something that's like, it's a question mark over your head, like, "Oh, do I really want to do this?" And it's putting your life into somebody else's hands. Was the parachute packed right? Is the pilot okay? Is what ifs. It's a lot of what ifs when it comes to skydiving. So it was like it made me nervous, but I went on with it. So I go, the day comes, I go through the class. It's like almost like a full day of people talking to you and explaining to you the whole process. You watch videos, you practice what it would be like to jump. You see the parachutes getting packed and everything, and just walking through that process. So now the time comes, it's time to jump. I'm getting the jumpsuit on, and they forgot to give me gloves for my hands, and I'll explain why that's important. So we get inside the airplane, and it's like that was actually my first time being inside of an airplane, and I got in. I didn't want to be like the first or like the last person. I kind of want to be the middle person, because you don't want to be, I don't want to be the first person to jump. I want to watch some other people jump before I do it. So I'm like the middle person inside the plane, and the plane starts to take off. My heart is like boom, 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 boom. It starts beating like, oh shit. I'm actually going through with this, and the plane doors open the whole time, and I was like scared. It was beautiful to look out, but I was scared. I'm like, shit, if this hits a little turbulence, I'm like, I'm gonna roll right out this motherfucker and fall right out. I was scared. And so, as the plane starts getting higher and higher and higher, it starts to get really, really cold. And it got so cold, like my hands kind of locked up. And that's why I said I didn't realize. I was like, shit, I needed those gloves. They didn't give me the gloves. And so my hands had kind of, locked up from fear and from being cold. Because the higher you go up in the sky, it'd be like it was like 86 degrees that day. But it was like 40 degrees up there in the sky, especially with the plane door open. So now comes the time to jump. So, any volunteers who wants to go first, y'all can go first. I'm good, love. So I watch some other people jump, and I'm like, ooh, you know what I mean? Now it's like it's my turn, and I'm like inching my way towards the door, to hang my feet out the airplane, and my heart is beating out my chest, and I'm like, look out, I'm like, I changed my mind. I want to jump. So I'm like holding on, and they was like, are you ready? They was like, I'm like, no. And my hands was like, I held onto the door, and I had the video. I'll try to pull it up for you guys. And I'm like holding onto the door, and they was like, on the count of 3, 1, 2, and they pushed me. They pushed me out the thing, because the guy who was taking the videos, he had already went, so we needed to catch up to him. And I was like so scared initially, and then once after like 3 seconds of free falling, you become calm. Like calmness comes over you. You kind of relax, and you're like, oh shit, I'm doing it, I'm skydiving. I'm like, woo, and it's like, all those fears and those words that you had, they're not there anymore. They pass by, you forget about them. And it's very peaceful to be kind of up in the sky. Just being up in the sky in an airplane, and skydiving was like, you don't hear people arguing, you hear traffic, it's just so peaceful. It's like serenity just kind of comes over you. And then just the views of everything. It's so beautiful to be up at the sky and have that view, just looking out over the landscape and say, wow. But you know, it was a really good experience. And had I not jumped, had I, let my fear, of, putting my hands into somebody's hands, or, I mean, I guess maybe you could say heights. I'm not scared of heights, but, had I let that fear of jumping out of an airplane stop me, I would have missed out on one of the greatest experiences of my life. Now, I kind of want to go back again, but I still have that same thought process when I think about it. And the only reason why is because when the lady hooked on, because it was a tandem skydive, when the lady hooked onto me, she had the straps, because I'm a bigger dude, I was taller than her. She had my straps too tight, so I wasn't able to kick my legs out to land, because when you land, you want to have your legs out so you kind of land on your butt. You want to land like that. But my legs, I couldn't put them out. The thing was too tight, so I kind of landed on my knees. They were lucky that I didn't hurt myself, but that was kind of the only thing. So it was like, it was a good experience, but the landing part was something that had kind of made me scared to kind of do it again. But I probably will end up doing it again. I kind of want to do it like over some water or around some water or something like that. Somewhere different than where I had already did it. But for me, I want you guys to find out, what are you scared of, and try to conquer it. Whether it's spiders, mice, rats, snakes, whatever. Don't let that fear hold you back from something. Try to conquer that fear. If it's like looking at it or touching it, and just conquer, because you say, oh wow, that's not as scary as I thought it was. And what happens is you find out, you actually like it. I know people who are actually scared of heights, and they say, oh, I'm not flying on the airplane. I'm like, so you'll drive 18 hours to get to the same place when I can get there in 2? I mean, it doesn't make sense. You're letting fear dictate your life. Never let fear dictate your life. You have to conquer that, and you have to be the master of your domain. I don't want anything to have power over me and what I do. So I want you guys to feel that same way. I don't want you to feel powerless when it comes to something where it's like, oh, well, I'm scared to do this, so you're doing things the hard way by letting fear kind of conquer you. My mom, she was scared of heights. She was scared to get on the airplane, but she got on the airplane to go and see my brother in Atlanta, and she loved it. It was one of the best experiences. She was like, oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought. It's all up here. Fear is all up here. It's mental. So you have to find out what you're scared of, and you just sometimes you just gotta run straight into it. That's the best thing. Trying to tiptoe around it is, you're lingering, you're putting it off, you're not gonna do it. But I just wanted to share that story with you guys. I want you guys to leave a comment down below what you're scared of and how you plan on conquering that fear. And if I were to say today what I would be scared of, the only thing I guess today I'm scared of is lightning. I'm not scared of like thunderstorms and stuff. It's just that when you hear that snap, crackle, boom, and that lightning just, you'd be like, man, it's random. I'm like, man, this be my luck. I'm gonna get struck by lightning. That's the only thing, maybe the only way I could conquer that fear is to go stand outside in the lightning and get struck by lightning. I don't know. But I don't stay in the house when it's raining or anything like that. I just be like, ooh, I better hurry up and get inside, or I better stay in my car, or if I'm outside going somewhere, let me hurry up and get inside, for I don't want to risk it or nothing like that. So it's just that lightning flash, man. I just don't want to get struck by lightning. That's it. So, but yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching.